Hello and welcome to episode 166 of NOLA Time. My name is Obed Velez, and with me is my personal butler, Mr. Julian.
What's good, guys? Obed, good to be with you, man. I'm happy to serve. I thought you were gonna say like, you're proud like soldier or something, man. I was reporting for duty.
Yeah,
I
you
have
did. You
failed the
did.
mission, sir, but I
Yes,
I reported in.
fish and mailed. Do you have You have not, sir,
What
come out unscathed out of this one.
what's the thing that they play like when Snake fails or whatever in Metal Gear or whatever, like the
Yeah, the mission failed. The
yeah, mission
snake,
fails.
snake. Yeah. That's why I said fish and mailed. That's when the AI on Metal Gear Solid 2 started acting up towards the end of the game, and you get fish and mailed instead of mission failed. It's great. Metal Gear Solid 2, man, ahead of its time. Uh, Predicted the last 4 years pretty accurately, if you ask me. Hey, Joe, what's up, man? How are you?
Dude, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Things are going well, man. And I mean, things are going well for me personally, but I definitely had an interesting day. You alluded to it in the beginning.
Yeah.
Before I get into that a little bit, I went out to Disney recently,
Okay.
and I know you and I don't know if we've talked about it on the podcast, but I know that, it was reported that specifically Tron and Guardians were halted for production, right? So
Correct. Construction was halted due to Disney running out of liquidity, and they don't have any
right,
cash. Yeah.
they're out of the mouse is out of the cheese, right?
Yeah.
So at at Magic Kingdom, I definitely saw that these guys were not working on Tron. But when I went to Epcot, I did see some people working on Guardians. Like they weren't like closing off, like they
Okay.
were working on that ride. So that's I don't know.
So
I
I
don't know if
think
maybe things recently changed. Maybe Epcot's maybe more in the forefront.
yes. So here, the thing with Epcot is that they they reshuffled it. So Guardians and I think there was like a Moana thing that was gonna
Ratatouille,
happen. Yeah,
Moana.
Ratatouille's almost done because they've
Yes,
already done
I was
tours
just
of
gonna say
that.
I
Yeah,
walked by that. They have actually that whole area even open. You can walk, you just can't
yeah,
go on the ride.
yep. What I heard is that they indefinitely suspended the Wreck-It Ralph area that was going to be where the Wonders of Life Pavilion was, or basically taking over the old Wonders of Life Pavilion. So yeah, so which is right next to where that ride is, the new Guardians ride. So that's basically what's going on at Epcot is that that's no longer happening. That's TBD, and then they are moving ahead with Guardians.
Which I thought was
Yeah,
good news. Like when I
yeah,
saw these guys out there working, I got happy because I was like,
that's good.
okay,
That's good.
obviously we want all these projects to succeed. They all sounded
Absolutely.
awesome, but
Yeah.
knowing that at least Guardians, one of their things is still. I mean, it might be behind schedule, but still pushing forward. That's great. I know Ratatouille, and then just in general, Epcot definitely can use the help with some of those new rides. That they've tried their best keeping it busy with festivals, but when you add those rides, I think that park's gonna make a jump similar to Hollywood Studios. Not the same, but
Correct. Yeah.
when Hollywood Studios once they added Toy Story and Star Wars, like just
Brand new
bolstered
experience.
that park like
Oh,
crazy. Yeah, it just
it's
and that I liked it before. I mean, you know
yeah,
me, you and I are both for Disney guys. We love
absolutely.
Disney, whatever. But yeah, it made it a completely new, like you said. So I'm happy to see that. But
That's good.
but another news.
No, so before we go into the whole news slash rant thing that we have going on, since we're talking Disney, I mentioned it like in passing, and there is an article out there saying that Disney is strongly considering relocating most of their operation. Or I mean, what I mean most of their operation is their HQ over to Central Florida and moving away from California due to taxes and all this stuff. Now, I'm assuming that Lucasfilm and animation's gonna stay there, and then probably everything else related to office stuff is gonna be moved over here. I'm not sure exactly how many cast members out of like office and technical roles have been let go. I'm assuming it's been quite it's a lot. So there's probably more than enough space over at Team Disney, or they may be just building a new a new facility to host those cast members when they come over. But very interesting bit of news. I don't know where. We'll see. Disneyland's still closed. It's kind of like dystopian over there right now, so it kind of sucks. But at least here, they've upped capacity, and as you said, things seem to be somewhat moving along. But we'll see it. We'll see how that goes. But yeah,
No, I was happy to hear that that's at least in consideration. If that's only going to benefit the company, it makes sense. I mean, I know a lot of other large corporations, Amazon, other ones, they're moving a lot of their stuff out of California into places like Texas and Florida, stuff that have these tax breaks, etc. So,
yeah,
for us, that are locals here in Florida,
it's good.
we're like, oh, this could be exciting for the local people to know that Disney could be operating largely out of Orlando, and they'll still have a touch in California, but it'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, if you wanna okay, so you wanna start the story slash rant that we have going on before we jump
well,
into what's going on this week. But yeah, man.
yeah.
So it happened to be like yesterday out of nowhere, right? It was one of those days that we're working from home, and things started dropping. It's like, hey, there's gonna be big drops of PS5 stuff tomorrow. Be on the lookout. And we were messaging during work, and it's like, oh man, it has to be like one of the days that these things are dropping. I have to go to the office, and I'm gonna be like hands on busy pretty much all day. So so it's like, I have an idea, right? And I gave you my login for GameStop. Marching orders. So I gave you my login for my GameStop account. It's like, dude, my credit card's already there. If you find anything, just do it, but don't spend more than X amount of money, right? And it was pretty exciting because we only thought it was GameStop, and then everyone had PS5s. Even if it was for like 1 minute, everyone had them. First, and that's when the story starts, right? Because you got your PS5 back when pre-orders started. Like, I think it was like the second batch of pre-orders.
It was literally that same day so I was not physically present when you recorded the reaction to the excuse me, the Sony drop of saying, hey,
Yeah,
this is when the
tonight. Yeah,
console's
yeah,
going
yeah.
to release.
Mm-hmm.
So we were going to literally be recording our main episode later that night. Same day, just so happens pre-orders, someone hits the green button right before, and then I ended up getting it that very next day. So yeah, I mean, literally got it within that time frame of the surprise pre-orders are live.
Yep.
But with that being said, yeah, dude, you asked me to kind of experience. I got to basically experience what everyone who didn't get it during that random drop, where now it's commercially supposed to be available. And like you said, it was one of those days that everyone had it. Amazon had it, Best Buy had it, Target was the only one that didn't have it. I mean,
Yeah.
Belk apparently had it in the morning. Like, random like people who just started dropping them. Newegg had like a lottery or something. I heard like that you could get a
Oh,
chance to
really?
buy one, but again, like $1,000, some crazy thing for these bundles. But you told me specifically GameStop was the main plan because that was the one we knew confirmed, which I went into first. They did not give a time, so I was just waiting around. I finally found out, hey, this is going to be dropping soon. This was around, noonish or whatever.
Yeah.
I give you a note saying, hey, man, they're saying this is what it's going to be. They started giving people prices. He said, hey, try for the standalone if it's available, which totally made sense, and they actually did have the standalone available with the bundles. They had the page go live, I would say maybe 5 minutes before the time that was kind of started to be projected by some individuals. And then
The picture never
the message
worked.
started going out saying, "Hey, it's going up now that you're gonna get ready. Your mass refreshing, right? I'm on a Mac, so I'm Command R, refresh, and so I said, okay, I'll take a couple minutes here, try it out, we'll see what goes. It wasn't even like it was like a half an hour. The web page would not work. There was zero. I mean, there was like when I say not work, you basically got the list of the consoles, the bundles available. You got the prices. There was no
Yep.
add to cart button.
Mm.
You would click on the page. The page would say sorry, unavailable. You would refresh the page, refresh the page, refresh the page to then finally get to the page, out of stock, refresh the page again. Now it says available. You click the available. Sorry, wait, we're loading more inventory. Refresh the page again. Sorry, this page is unavailable. So what I interpreted as is that potentially GameStop was actually, as they had batches, they would upload that same page to the website. They would literally take the page down from the website before they added the next set of inventory. Like the
Probably.
entire page was literally taken off. It wasn't that inventory, just the inventory we said it was gone. Like they literally removed the page. There was no PlayStation 5 page at all on the
Yep.
GameStop site, which is crazy.
Yep.
I heard some people say that they had, good chances with the mobile app. I don't believe it. I don't know what successes the people had. I didn't, when I ordered what I got, people were sharing screenshots, probably more information than they should have. But with this situation, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what people had. So then, like within the first few minutes, or whatever, I tell you, hey, dude, this is what's going on. It's not working. And then I said, hey, Walmart literally just said that they're going to have something at 3:00. So
And
okay,
the Walmart one I missed because I was like really busy in the middle of something,
yes.
and I just couldn't make it. So I gave you my Walmart login.
Right. So you give my Walmart, you give me your Walmart login. I get to that. I had the whole thing set, dude, because this one we actually had a way more definitive time. I went hardcore. I was like, this is gonna be the one. We're gonna get Obed a PlayStation today. I literally have
Man.
up like the time with like a web page up that has the time with the seconds on a monitor to the T. I'm like counting down. Like those movies when like they're like talking about like some nuclear missile launch or whatever, and they're like counting down live with their hands in the key, and the moment they say go, they turn at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yep.
It was like that kind of a mission, dude. I had my hands ready. I was like 5, 4, 3, refresh. Thing comes up, add to cart, out of stock, refresh. This will be, dude. When I say literally, when 1 second, the entire page said we'll have more available in 10 minutes. I was like, 1 second.
So that was with like
1 second.
that was the thing with Amazon, because Amazon had it, and I saw it right away. I went in, and literally like they had it and it was unannounced, and I went in. I was able to add to cart, and I got to checkout, and I hit checkout, and I make it to payment, and I hit payment. I pay, and oh no, something went wrong. Check your address. I was like, my address is there. Okay, check address again. Can't check out, and then I get stuck on a loop. And then I made it to payment again. I made it to payment twice, and then it still wouldn't go.
Was if you make it the payment, it doesn't matter what card on file, whatever, you hit go because you can edit your payment after. You can edit your address after. So
Yeah.
for it to say that clearly it was not in stock, for it to say error.
No, and it was forcing everyone, even if you were logged in already, when you clicked add to cart, it would force you MFA, which is good because you keep scalpers away. But no luck. And then we go again, bro. How hard can you drop this freaking ball, Best Buy? Holy crap, guys. I am really, really disappointed. Like, Best Buy is my go-to place. You guys have dropped the ball crazy, guys. I don't know what's going on. But it's like freaking impossible. I see screenshots of people doing it. It's like, how? It's like, are you even sending PS5s to Florida? Because, like,
Then I agree. I agree.
because it's like no, like my home store, like my preferred store, it's
Right.
never available. It's like it's not available to pick up at this location. Okay,
You have to.
so I pick up the next closest one. Oh, it's not available at this location, and then I pick up the next one. Oh, it's not available at this location. Pick another location, and then my home store says pick up here, and then I pick that again, and it says oh, unavailable to pick up at this location. Where am I gonna pick it up, Best Buy? What the heck? Dude, like I am really, really, really frustrated with Best Buy, like beginning right. But holy crap, Sony, what the heck are you doing, bro? What are you doing? It's like Apple releases iPhones every freaking year, and then not only iPhones every year, multiple models of iPhones, like 4 different iPhones every year, and you never heard of this crap happen since like the iPhone 4. Like the iPhone 4 was the last iPhone I remember that you could not find an iPhone for the longest time. After
Sony's not a little company. This
I
is
know.
not some.
I just don't know what's going on, man. I just don't know what's going on. It's like, are they pulling a Nintendo? It's like, oh yeah, this thing's like not really like not made. There's not many of them. Do they have like trucks full of PS5s in Japan or warehouses? I don't know, bro. It's ridiculous. I'm really frustrated right now because I really want one now, but now I'm like, screw it. I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna go through this crap of like going out of my way to go online and do all these things and
And that's
jump
the thing.
through
It
hoops.
didn't really take a lot of time from my day in transparency. It was
Yeah.
You knew what time. Okay, cool. Now I'll take a couple
It's the
minutes here,
timing,
whatever.
yeah.
Check it.
Exactly.
But it's like you're saying, it's the frustration because it's taking this energy from you that it's just you're so angry
That's
afterwards.
true. Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah.
you're just like
Yeah.
why? And I mean I found myself angry in a matter of like I was smiling to just furious in a matter of like 0.5 seconds. You know?
Yeah,
It's like,
man.
are you kidding me? It's out in a matter of 1 second. I literally refresh it. It says this item will be available at 3. I refresh, blue button appears. I hit the blue button, out of stock, refresh. This item will be available at 3:10.
That's exactly what's happened to me.
Exactly.
That's what's happened to me every single time at Walmart. It's like every single freaking time, man.
I feel like this time alone, I mean, I heard some people have some estimates. I was listening to one guy talk about it today, and he was saying that he estimates that there was maybe 700 that were sold. That's not enough, man. You can't do 700 PS5s.
You mean 700 like collectively?
Collectively, all
Like,
around the country.
Are you serious, dude?
There's no way, dude.
What is Sony doing?
There's less than 1,000 in one. That's not producing.
And this was this been the first drop in 2 weeks.
right.
Like,
That's
does
like,
Sony
why
want to
is
sell 700 consoles in a month? Like, that's not even
Right.
sustainable. Like that's like 3DO numbers. Like
Right.
seriously, yeah, that's like Xbox One in Japan numbers. Like, you can't get around with that.
I don't. When I heard that estimation, it's like there's no way. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy, dude.
How are they doing this? And what are they doing?
I don't know what they're doing, man. I really don't know what they're doing.
I mean, it's basic economics, right? I mean, supply and demand. Like, if you've got the demand for it, and I talked to you about this. Like, I knew that people were going to be excited for this thing. I didn't expect it to be this level of excitement. But the moment that you see this kind of excitement, you got to see the green right in front of you and say, yeah, we'll mass produce the heck out of this thing because we're going to be making so much off of these people. You've got to supply to them while they're happy because people are getting angry, man. And
it's frustrating, yeah.
And I was like, hey, if you want an Xbox, LOL.
But
Dude,
I checked.
I could have easily gotten an Xbox.
Bro,
today.
I checked before we went live, and there's still Xboxes on GameStop.
I easily could have gotten an Xbox today. Not even hard. No sweat. What the heck is Sony doing, man?
What are they doing, man? I really don't know.
Another
700? Are you
another news
serious?
I know 700.
It's
I heard that. It's like
ridiculous.
there's no way. I actually was able to nab this was not today. This is over the last week. I was able to nab one of the media remotes for my PS5.
Oh, okay, okay. Cool.
That works really nice. It seems like a
Nice.
small thing. Again, another hard to find
Yeah.
PlayStation
Well,
accessory. I don't get it.
like speaking of hard to find, so last week out of nowhere, Sony Direct dropped headsets, the Pulse 3D headsets. I was able, dude. I was able to just go in, look, check out. I'm out. So I got it. I got it
Very
yesterday.
smart. Very smart.
I got it yesterday. It's like, well, I mean, we'll save it. It works on a PS4. It works on a Switch. I can still use it, right? It's not gonna be just sitting there. And I was like, I'm not gonna open you until I get my PS5. No, I'm gonna use you this weekend, man. But it's so frustrating. It's so why are you guys making me jump through hoops? I just want to give you money. Yeah.
I know.
TJ's on the chat. TJ says Sony absolutely dropping the ball. Yeah, man. It sucks.
TJ's right.
You're totally right, man. I really don't know what they're doing. I really don't know what's going on, man. But Best Buy, to me, Best Buy is the most frustrating one. Because I can add to cart, okay, we can't ship it, store pickup. Your home store is not available to pick up this device. Okay, well, I try the next one close. Okay, yeah. No, it's not available to pick up here. Go, and then my home store, my preferred store is back available. Oh yeah, go change it. And I go hit and change it. Oh yeah, it's not available there. I pick up one that's like 15 miles away. No, oh yeah, no, that's not available. It's like, bro, but where?
Impossible.
How is this? I don't
It doesn't
even know,
matter.
man.
It's also important to note it doesn't matter the type. Like you're looking for the disc-based one, right? But it doesn't matter if you were trying to get a digital. It's just
It doesn't
hard.
matter.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
digital's
matter what
harder.
a PS. Actually, those
Yeah.
go first usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here with these guys. I think Target's pretty similar too now because it has to be store pickup.
Yep.
Which is another straight. I know that there's probably some safety around it,
It's
but
so strange, man.
just ship it to the houses.
Yeah, it's so strange. And then meanwhile, scalpers are sitting on 2,000 PS5s. With what? Doing what? Because people are not buying them from scalpers. Like people know better, right? Unless I have like money to burn.
$1,000.
Yeah, unless I have like money to burn, and I wouldn't, I really don't care, right? I would do it, right? But no, I'm an average consumer. I'm not gonna go through that crap. Nah, man, it's ridiculous. I'm really frustrated,
today,
dude.
because every time I've heard you say it, I'm like, I know it's really hard, but it will come through. It will work.
No, man,
I like to consider myself a positive guy.
it's awful.
This was a situation that definitely brought me not a lot of joy.
Joel, not even your power of positivity is helping me here.
I know,
It's
man.
not working.
It shouldn't be 700. There should have been 5,000 of these things. I know that sounds like a large number, but literally like 5,000 of
Bro,
these things.
how many
ready to go.
iPhones do they build? I don't see people like screaming about, I can't find an iPhone. That's like,
Wasn't that one of the story like things where they were talking about they would stop some of the PS4 production to ramp up the PS5s, like make them
well, yeah, the Pro
produce every 2
in
seconds or
Japan, yeah.
something?
Like in Japan, they're gonna stop everything but like the base PS4. Also, that's another thing because no one in the US has PS4 stock.
You can't get anything.
Anything. You can't get anything at Amazon. You can't get it. GameStop has used PS4s. Target doesn't have PS4. Walmart, no. There's like Amazon has like a PS4 bundle, like $600. Bro, what the heck is happening?
There's no PlayStation.
I don't. So here's the thing, right? If they cannot fix this problem, they should not be releasing exclusives. Period.
You can play it on your PS4. Yeah.
Period. Yeah. I mean,
that's fair.
because there's like, why are you gonna release an exclusive PS5 game for 700 people that bought a PS5?
Right. You literally cannot buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. How bro? It's ridiculous.
Mind-boggling.
I really don't, bro. And then controllers are everywhere. Like Target has piles
Yes.
of controllers.
Yes.
Every time I
can
go to
get
Target,
a DualSense easy. I don't want to
Yeah.
spend $70 for another DualSense.
But-
I just want. I
why?
know.
It's crazy, man. Like I'm about to buy an SSD for my PS4. Just make it faster.
Expand it.
Just make it faster. Nah, it's fine.
You'll get one
I'll
eventually,
be
but this
fine.
process is really hard. It's a
Yeah,
disaster,
yeah, yeah,
man.
yeah. It's been disastrous. Like I really want one right now more than anything. I want it for like improved PS4 games because there's nothing that really like, oh crap, I gotta play it. And if the day comes and I still don't have one, and Final Fantasy 16 Special Edition gets announced, I'll buy it, even if I don't have the console. And
Hopefully, COVID's cured by then.
yep,
We'll hang out. I'll bring the PS5 with me.
yeah, I don't know.
No, man, it's bad.
Yeah.
I think Sony they they're prioritizing, like you're saying, it seems like the Japanese market and these other ones, because I do see the problems going on. And when you look at like places like Italy and like random places like that, they're all like barely any stock as well. These people are
UK
scalping.
that you actually got lawmakers now blocking scalpers because
Yes.
scalpers are taking everything.
Yes. I'm Fast and Furious style, dude. It's a
That
real
that was back in
headline.
November. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, these guys are literally
Holy
out of a
crap, dude.
moving car. They're stealing
Yeah,
these
bro,
things.
it's ridiculous.
Um,
But I really don't know. I really don't know what's going on. Like, if there's a chip shortage of some sort, they're not telling us. Is this AMD? What is it? What's going on, right? But at the same time, you got Xboxes. You can find, Switch came back available today at um, crap, at GameStop, which is still available if you're looking for a Switch. They're still up.
yeah.
Um, and but you can find basically Switch lights on Target. Like Target has Switch lights. Target had the regular Switch. I think they're sold out, but the Switch Lite right now is pretty much everywhere. Um, but there has to be something they're not telling us. Like this is not a logistics issue. What the heck, right? Um, I it's mind-boggling, dude.
This should have been a
I don't
smooth sailing
understand. I
launch, man.
really
With all
don't
the
understand.
success they had from PS4 and the money that they were swimming in from that console, and then just knowing that the anticipation was going to be so great for the next generation.
And I
I
remember the
mean,
PS4 being like hard to find when it came out, right?
yeah,
But you could still find it. Like I remember back when it came out, like back in like February after it came out, you could find it like at Best Buy and this online, right?
but that's the thing. Is the rise of the internet the problem? That we can only buy them online. We're like, people can have bots or whatever,
I
and
think
then
that's
in
part of the
person.
problem. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's part of the problem for sure. Um, you know, it really stinks. So the thing with Target, right? The thing with Target is that they're not selling it online. They're giving stores allocation. So like at 3 in the morning, which is again, who a bot is awake at 3 in the morning. I'm not awake at 3 in the morning. On a random day, my local Target gets stock, and then who gets it? A bot, because no one's awake at that time, and you have to go to the store and pick it up. That's the thing, right? With Target, Best Buy, I really don't understand what the heck's going on, bro. I really don't know what's happening. Like I find it really, it's, and I know, right, that a lot of people are home and a lot of people are looking for the product, but at the same time at Best Buy, it's like, bro, I checked 4 different Best Buys in my area. Like I'm willing to drive a half hour, 40 minutes to go
Yeah,
grab it, right?
makes sense.
But I checked 4 Best Buys, bro. And it's like, oh no, it's not available here. It's like, why are you giving me the option to even choose this Best Buy? And then he gave me a Best Buy down in Tampa. I was like, I'm not driving to Tampa. And then he gave me
Come on, kids, we're going on a trip.
bro. And then he gives me the my preferred Best Buy. It's like, oh yeah, pick it up here, pick it up here. Oh, unable to pick it up here. It's like, I really don't know, bro. And then the Sony Rewards thing is like, oh, if you have like 1 billion Sony Rewards points, you can get a PS5 right now. Who even has those
They're
many
actually, I
rewards
think they're
points?
losing money that way. Like, why wouldn't
Oh
you
my
just sell a thing
god,
and get some
bro.
US dollars or whatever off this? Like, why would you do a rewards
Here's the
program?
thing, right? Here's the thing. Especially with Best Buy, especially with PlayStation Direct, with Sony Direct.
Yes.
Um, Best Buy should read, in my opinion, right? Because this is like what I would do as a retailer. If I would own retail, this is what I would do to my customers. If you have a Best Buy, if you have elite status with Best Buy, which I have, Best Buy should say, "Hey, elite status, we're gonna give you the opportunity to grab a PS5 this day, and get your elite status guys first." So I would get your, the people that spend the most money at your store to try and get you to buy it, right? And same thing with Sony. Like PlayStation should go. It's like, hey, your PlayStation Network ID is 15 years old. Loyal customer, because they have a record of everything you've logged into.
Right.
You got 2 PS3s, a PS4, you bought a Vita, get a PS5. Come on, Sony. It's like, we're here, we're waiting. Meanwhile, some dude that's never gonna even open it probably has
Sitting on someone's garage right
15 at their house trying to freaking scalp it, bro. What the heck? It's their fault too that this is a problem because they're not prioritizing their customer base. Like, man, I don't know. That's not my line of thought. It's like, and I mean, some people would say, oh, but we should all be in the same boat. No, because there's things like loyalty programs and all this stuff, right?
It's not the same, but I think of Comic-Con, right? If you get into
Yeah.
Comic-Con, you get a chance to come back. Everyone else then has a general sale. But you're like, hey, thanks for spending your whatever amount of money you spent. We know that you actually would want to come back.
Man, it's crazy.
That's just how things work.
I really, like, at this point, right? I'm about to start playing Sekiro. I was like, you know what? I'm probably not gonna wait. I'll play it at 27 frames a second or whatever. It's like 30. That's not that bad.
No.
Cause
Man, I was playing more Battlefront again. I don't mean to make you feel sad and gloat on
well,
you.
I got Battlefront on PC. Come on,
I was playing that on PS5 just this last weekend, and it was.
I got it on PC. I can run it at 75 frames a second on ultra settings, sir. I'm
Become
good.
a PC man. Look
Yeah,
out.
I'm good. No, Battlefront, I'm good. Because Battlefront, I can still run. It still looks fine. I'm not gonna,
No, sure.
fawn over Battlefront, a game that I've spent 200 hours playing. But the things like Sekiro, I wanted to play Sekiro at 60, and I just want the overall better experience. Because that's I want to play on a TV. I don't want to sit here on my computer, and that's just not the kind of gamer I am. So it's just so frustrating, man. I just don't know. But Best Buy got to do something. Best Buy got to do something for sure, because their system is messed up. Yeah, it's a bit of a rant. I just wanted to share Joel's failure with everyone.
It was horrible, man. I wish this upon no one, and yet I know so many people are going through it. I get messages from different people I know.
How many times have I told you, and it's like, dude, this thing sucks, and you're like, bro, it comes up in the app. It's like, no, the app is a lie. Yeah, it's like,
I know.
No.
But then when you hear numbers like today, when I'm telling you, I hear some people say, hey, there's like 700. I'm like,
700.
What?
So you're telling me that Sony's okay with selling 700 this week, in 2 weeks they'll sell another 700. That's 1,400. So you're telling me that Sony's okay with selling 1,400 PlayStations a month?
That's insane,
Bro,
dude.
like I wouldn't be happy if I would be selling 1,400 cheeseburgers a month.
No, you're right.
Come on.
That would be a failure.
Yeah. I don't. I am like there has to be something they're not telling us, dude. There has to be something.
I mean, is there tariffs going on? Like, I don't need to get into like, taxes. I don't know what the deal is going on, but it's
Gonna
a
go all
strange...
episode 1 on us here. Texas. There's a blockade and all
Hey,
this.
it's very
Yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Star Wars?
Want to talk about WandaVision?
Oh yeah, let's talk about one.
Okay.
Then we'll talk about him.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about we'll talk about Star Wars here in a minute. Interesting. So here's the vibe I'm getting from this show, right? Which I later found out that Dick Van Dyke is actually a consultant on the show, because they want to keep it very authentic to the era that they're trying to play, at least in this first 2 episodes. Clearly, the 3rd episode is gonna be different. I'm getting basically, this is like Marvel's Twilight Zone to me, because it feels like a Twilight Zone episode. Like, and I'm talking the classic,
Right.
Twilight Zone, which is great, right? Twilight Zone was an excellent show. It's very interesting. To me, it's because to me this show is more of an Easter egg hunt than anything else. So it's very distracting. Like, everything distracted me, and I'm looking at everything, and I'm trying to overanalyze everything, and even the things they say, which I thought of some things, and then I started looking at theories. I was like, oh man, I was onto something, and which is very interesting because I didn't think that Marvel had the guts to actually bring this character that I'm thinking about. So
we're gonna get into spoilers, guys.
Yeah, we're gonna get into spoilers.
Yeah, I've seen it. Episode 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say. That it really does feel like a Twilight Zone episode, with a bunch of Marvel Easter eggs everywhere, and this is like both Avengers Easter eggs and also like deep cut Marvel stuff too. It's really cool. I am very intrigued with everything that's happening, right? My wife tried to watch it with me, and she was disengaged. She did not get it.
Oh,
she didn't get it.
Was she entertained by it at least?
No, it didn't click with her. It didn't click.
Okay. I'm just curious. Yeah.
This is not Cobra Kai. This is a hardcore Marvel fan show.
I agree.
It's not Cobra Kai.
Because I get the sense that if I was to talk to someone about it, I don't know anyone that said this, but I get the feeling that some people who are a little bit more casual or not, in tune, they would be like, yeah, I tried watching it and it was different. Like that kind of feelings. Like, you can't just watch this show.
You have to overanalyze it.
You have to watch this show because it's all going to have, I mean, Marvel's all about payoff. This is nothing new.
Yeah.
And they're coming big. I mean, these commercial clips, these little commercials.
They have a ton of stuff on them.
Dude, they've got. I mean,
yeah.
And
the time ticking, and the Stark and Hydra and the time tick. It just basically goes back to the Stark missile and then their time at the Hydra lab.
Right. It's her life important moments of her life.
Yeah. It's crazy how they did that. Joe, do you think the rabbit is the devil?
Could be.
So I think the rabbit, it's not necessarily Mephisto, but like it's an allusion to Mephisto himself. Because we see the thing with Agnes, right?
Yes.
And the devil's in the details. That's not the only place he's in. Oh, where's he at? Where's he at? So clearly there, and then the color red, right? The thing with the color red,
Yes.
Mephisto being probably, other than Scarlet Witch, the only all red character, other than like a random
Yeah.
Iron Man armor, right?
Yeah.
Um. So I don't know how they're gonna bring Mephisto in. If they're gonna
Well,
bring Mephisto in, kind of like a Thor sort of character, or if they're gonna bring Mephisto, it's like this is an alternate dimension, an alternate thing that's going on, and this is the character that's here. But I think, like based on everything that the details, the color red, the rabbit, and the Agnes being like, oh yeah, the rabbit played baby Jesus and all these things, right? So like all the illusions seem to point that Mephisto is in the show in some way or another, and we're probably gonna see him somehow. So yeah, it's my take so far.
I'm probably like, if I had to buy or sell over 60, I'm buying it at this moment. But it's, to what extent, like, is it just a little bit or is it a lot? I'm not really sure yet, because there's so much going on, like you said. Clearly the sword stuff that we're seeing in here makes you automatically know, okay, we're going cosmic. But then when you start talking about then the stuff with, between the abilities of what Wanda's doing, the very strong House of M, references that are in this show.
Yeah,
Then we're talking about realities. So we're like, okay, here, like, what pieces are we trying to piece? Like, it's all very, very intentionally. It's literally like if I was to take a 100 piece puzzle and just throw it on the ground. You see all these pieces and they connect, but you're just trying to figure out which one goes directly to this one, because it's not all very clear on where they go, which is the greatest part of it. Like, you recognize the important scenes. Again, if you're watching it seriously, you see when Wanda is at the dinner table and this dude starts choking and she loses out of her character,
she
and
goes.
she's Vision, go save him. That, like, Vision, help him out.
And the thing with Vision is that when he saved the guy, right, he didn't have like the tingly magic. Like,
Nope.
whenever they do something with the Vision like thing, it had like the little sparkles, like bewitched sparkles, right? In here it was like full on like Vision. Yeah.
And
Like they break character, both of them break
and the
character
camera
at that
angle
moment.
changes. You
Yeah.
change from sitcom camera. It's crazy.
To a
like, the whole
dramatic,
thing's, and then
yeah.
quickly it's like, right, this dramatic cinematic, in
Yeah.
the scene kind of look. You're like, you see it change all of a
It's
sudden. You're like, wait,
brilliant.
this isn't
I think it's brilliant,
amazing,
man.
dude.
I think it's
Amazing.
freaking brilliant.
And this is not the kind
yeah.
of style, something that I would have expected or even asked for, but it's incredible.
I'm really engaged because I'm like, man, this is really cool what they're doing. Like it's they really know their stuff. Like,
So
they care.
Beehive Man, aim or not aim? Many people are saying aim. He does have a sword logo on his
He
suit.
does, yeah,
So he could just be that he's just a sword dude wearing a beehive thing.
yeah.
That's very well possible.
And the thing is
But
that the like the time reverse and all that. TJ saying that he was confused by by the episodes. Yeah, it's not this is not a casual show. It's a hardcore Marvel fan show. It's not Karate Kid. It's not Mando, right? Mando, even if you have some knowledge of Star Wars, you can follow Mando. But this is like, you gotta know what you're getting into. It's good. It's good. Like,
the M on the wine glass, like, all these little details, dude. It's crazy, dude.
So here's the theory I have. Jill, you know what? You know what I'm waiting for? I'm waiting for the moment that for the episode that they go, oh yeah, so your brother's coming to visit. Oh yeah, my brother's coming to visit, and it's the other Quicksilver,
right. Evan Peters.
Yeah. It's the X-Men.
He's already been confirmed to be part of the cast.
Yeah, and
from what I know, yeah.
Yeah,
so.
and then it's like, wait, Yeah, and that's and that's when you know, right? So there's another theory that that they're basically saying that the beekeeper is, so they've already confirmed like the actor that played the beekeeper is like a stunt double for like Captain
Yeah.
America or something in the
Hmm.
one of the movies, right? He's um like the person doesn't matter what that
No,
person is, right?
exactly. Right.
Is what he represents. And at the end of the day, Joel, I think that my theory, right, is at the end of the show when all is revealed, and if stuff is revealed, and we see Mephisto and we see everything else, and we meet the new neighbor Johnny Blaze and all this stuff, right? Um, Somehow Magneto's gonna come in because out of everyone, it's I think that it would make sense that this is how Magneto gets introduced into the
We're gonna have
MCU.
mutants in the show.
Yeah,
There's I can't imagine them not having like this is how they're gonna bring the mutants into this show, into the
into the
MCU is
MCU.
through the
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
And like you're talking about the Mephisto stuff, like that's what's gonna connect it to Doctor Strange. Don't be surprised
yeah.
if Cumberbatch randomly shows up in the show. I don't
I
know,
know.
but
Or
I'm
they
just
go
saying,
I
like,
gotta go visit the doctor, and
right,
they go to a doctor's visit, and it is Doctor Strange.
right,
Like all this crazy stuff could happen, right?
because it's gonna
That's
connect.
what's really cool about this show is that anything can happen. And you're
Right.
like, I'm expecting anything to happen at any certain time. Like the thing with the baby, like the thing for the children, and there's no kids in the show. And it's
I
like, well,
love that
where's the
though.
children? There's no children here.
For the
And
children.
Agnes's husband's never around.
Right.
Like he's never there, right? And and then the baby bump at the end of the episode, the second episode, uh it's just it's super unexpected, and it's like, oh yeah, so there's something controlling Wanda's reality, and it's causing this whole thing to happen. We all know that there's a scene where Agnes tells Vision that he's dead because we saw it in the trailer. Maybe that's when they start to realize, so it's like there's something really going on here, right? So
So another quick talk point on this. So who's the voice behind the radio? I mean, like I don't know, man.
it sounds like the agent, this dude from Ant-Man, the
Oh,
Shield
okay.
agent, that the Asian guy. I forgot the actor's name.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like him. But yeah, it is. That's a
I'm
good question. Yeah.
I'm really not sure on sold on that one. When this lady when she cuts her hand and the blood, that's actually in red again.
Mm-hmm.
Red is seems to be a color that actually stands out.
Yeah. Yeah. Anything,
Mm,
which is interesting because everything red. It's red is the only color they can see. But then when the
yeah,
color is revealed on the second episode, you can see that Wanda is dressed in red, and and you can see her color.
right.
That was very interesting how they did that.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like a lot more is going to be revealed tomorrow.
yeah.
But again,
So
still going to be
so
teasing.
I saw spoiler for this coming episode already. And just look at the toaster, and look, there seems to be a certain popular number that
Oh,
Mephisto uses
oh
in
man.
the toaster, yeah. Or it's like a
Um,
model number or something.
I have
Yeah.
the picture up actually because
You got it?
let me see if I can grab this. I had it. Oh, it's so blurry on this thing.
It's yeah, the picture's kind of blurry because the episode comes out tonight, like at midnight, right?
Yeah, midnight if you're in California, 3 a.m. if you're here.
If you're here.
Yeah, I can't make it out in this picture. This is the bad picture.
Yeah. Um but yeah, I'll watch it tomorrow. And I'll see how it is.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Um but I think it's very compelling. I think that it's very exciting to see the Marvel logo again in something because we haven't seen it in over a year. Uh,
I know it's refreshing.
yeah. So, but you can tell that they're not playing around with this one. This is a hardcore Marvel show.
They're getting us excited. Like, I don't think they're going to disappoint. They started with low expectations. No one really knew what this show fully was going to be, except that it would be the tie into Doctor Strange, because that was confirmed.
Hmm.
And then we started getting the sense is that, wait a second, this is also connected to Spider Man. And then now when we start
Could
watching this, we're saying, well, hold on, House of M is coming into this. This could be the next phase of stuff. It's
X-Men,
pretty much
yeah,
going
like
to be
this is the
this.
bridge. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is bridging, which is a disappointment because I mean, we still haven't seen Black Widow. We don't know what's
I know.
So if they decided to actually not release Black Widow at the moment and give us this, that means that whatever happens in Black Widow, whatever zinger at the end we get in Black Widow may be unrelated to what's going on here,
Probably
or
just one to one
or
character.
or it could be even more make more sense when we see it.
Yeah.
It could be either or. Um, but I think it's brilliant, man. I think it's probably again it's the Twilight Zone. It's Marvel's Twilight Zone basically. It's really cool. They the Bewitched Five they gave it and that that's gonna progress. I bet that the next one's gonna be more of a Brady Bunch sort of like thing because they're going by decades and
Yeah.
maybe in the 70s they'll get something different and then we know that they make it to the 80s because we saw the trailer, right? So I'm really liking it. Like it's again it's
It's
not
funny, dude.
it is very well written, very well written. um I the one thing that really stands out is the chemistry between Paul Bettany
And Olsen.
and Olsen. Holy crap, they have really good chemistry. They really
Fantastic.
make it work.
Yeah.
They
Look, they're having a
really,
good time doing this. It's great.
yeah. That's the thing. It looks like they're having a lot of fun, and that's that. Um, yeah, and that really helps with the chemistry. But I think their chemistry is just great, which is something that we didn't really see. We saw a little bit of it in Infinity War,
It didn't feel as right though. Something
but
about it felt off.
something about it in Infinity War felt off. Yeah, but
And this it works.
yeah, this is like really natural. I think it's
Yeah.
just the type of the mood of the movie, right? The
Yeah,
Infinity War
probably.
being more of a moody sort of like more serious thing. But now you can just see them both go, and they're both great, dude. They're funny, and the chemistry is excellent. Yeah, I'm on board, dude. I'm aware. I was really excited that they gave us 2 episodes. They gave us a twofer.
I know.
Yeah, that was
I
good. That was
know.
good.
It's gonna be 6 episodes, and then we'll quickly be jumping into Falcon and the Winter
Fucking Winter
Soldier.
Soldier. Which I don't know if
So
you saw the leaked toys that got out there.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about Captain America?
Yeah, yeah. Because Chris Evans didn't know anything. Allegedly.
Right.
Allegedly.
Right. Do
Right?
you believe that though?
Nah. Come
Come
on.
on.
Come on.
Like,
But yeah, go ahead, man.
yeah, I mean, after our episode last week, we recorded a little bit earlier last week. We did on a Wednesday, and of course, on the day after, big deadline article comes out saying that Chris Evans is reportedly in talks to return as Captain America in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, particularly for one movie that is not a standalone Captain America film, but rather more so a movie similar to what we saw Robert Downey Jr. do in like Civil War or Spider-Man Homecoming, a supporting role, not his own physical movie. It makes us ask a lot of questions. There's not much known beyond that.
Maximum Carnage.
Maximum Carnage is an option. I mean, some people are like, well, is he going to be in Black Panther because he's going to help with this? They didn't, is he going to be in, the if they're going to do Secret, obviously it's a Secret Invasion, but if they do Secret Wars or whatever, like there's so many different possibilities now. Um, I don't fully know where they want to go with this, but it makes sense to bring Captain America back because some might argue, although yes, Iron Man is the popular guy for the cinematic universe. Captain America is very much like the heart of their, like, he embodies what Marvel is all about. Their
Yep.
characters, like what they stand for, the justice and the unity, and it's a very very much the character and model of Marvel's storylines together. They may have different scenes and places, but Captain America is really the guy that you can look at and put at the front of Marvel and make sense. So yeah, I mean, Chris Evans, of course, if they throw a ton of money at him, it'd be cool to
Oh
have him
yeah, yeah.
back.
He'll do it.
Um, I just don't know yet which particular role. Like, I mean, there's so many different theories.
It's a multiverse Cap, dude. Because we got the
Yeah,
old Cap. We're gonna get the Sony Cap with Maximum Carnage, and then we're gonna get the other Cap with One Division. Yeah, we're gonna get. He's gonna be everywhere, dude. Yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, yeah. I like him. I like Chris Evans. So overall, nice guy, and you know, we knew that he was gonna be back in some way. You know.
I would argue Robert Downey Jr. will be back in some form. Someone asked me
Oh
that.
yeah,
They
yeah,
said, "Will
yeah,
Iron Man be back?" I said, "I think that Tony Stark will be back, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
there will be another. There might be another Iron Man, but I could see RDJ. I mean,
yeah,
Ironheart stuff, whatever it is.
yeah, yeah. There's I mean, there's endless possibilities, right?
Yeah,
But I really don't think that we're gonna see RDJ back at least in the next few years.
unless the rumors are true that there's a chance he has a small scene in Black Widow. There was a rumor there's a
Oh
small
yeah, yeah,
scene,
yeah, yeah. Which
kind of
is
like a
yeah,
flashback.
yeah, sure, like yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean that would have been it. But I mean like after that,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I doubt that he's not gonna be in until at least whenever the whole X-Men thing
I
happens.
agree. The 3 year thing or
Yeah,
something. Yeah, I agree.
yeah. Because I think that again, Marvel is very cautious, and now they're reshuffling their plans and whatnot. So, which by the way, I forgot to tell you, I got a Lego book in the mail because when I purchased the Mario Lego for my daughter,
Oh yeah,
I purchased it directly through the Lego site. So now every couple of months they send me a book with
I
like
like
Lego
those. I
stuff.
like those. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the last two pages are crap. The movie that was supposed to come out in November.
Eternals?
Yeah.
They have Eternals Legos?
Spoiler alert, Jill.
What?
Yeah. There's 2 pages of Eternals Legos. And
If there's anything good, snap a picture and send them away.
yeah. No spoilers oh like with the Avengers. It's like the battle at the Avengers complex for Endgame. It's like thanks Lego. Yeah. But nothing like that. But like characters and like chips and stuff.
Okay.
So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, there's Eternal Legos coming out. Also, they're re-releasing the Luke Skywalker X-wing, which I think I'm gonna get this
Nice.
time around because I really wanted to get it last time, and I didn't get it. So I think I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on that one and get it and just
Very
put
nice.
it back here somewhere. Um, yeah, cool. But yeah, Cap, good stuff. Um, so let's talk of Star Wars here. We only have one piece of gaming news, so we'll talk about it after that. Um, we've all known about the uh, civil war at Lucasfilm. It's the worst kept secret in Hollywood, I think. Joe, there's a really good video detailing everything, like all the details and things that have gotten out there and the what's nots and all this stuff, right? Including pictures of like alleged pictures inside the studio with posters of Luke Skywalker with a red X on top. Like we don't want Luke, like we don't want white men and all this, things, right? Um, which again, get woke, go broke, right? It's the thing. Anywho, Joe, Mark Hamill, being the gracious gentleman that he is, wrote a tweet because Peyton Reed was thanking him for the opportunity to play Mark Hamill. For those of you that didn't know, because they didn't show this on the Mando season 2 making of, that's on Disney Plus.
Awesome.
Which was great. Yeah. Mark Hamill was on set. He was Luke. He wasn't doing the stunts, right? The lightsaber stuff, that was a stunt person, but when he's there and when he's talking, it's Mark Hamill. They use the aging tech. That's why it looks different than a deep fake, and it looks different than a CG, because they just de-aged them. Kind of like what they did with Pym. Hank Pym.
Yeah.
That's the actor. Douglas. Michael Douglas. But the Michael Douglas version of that is like the high budget version of it. So they have to be more conservative with this, but it was Mark Hamill that was there on set. So Peyton Reed tweeted, a picture of Mark. I was like, I had these pictures since I was a kid, and you've been inspirational, everything, right? Mark Hamill then responds with a tweet that's very passive aggressive, and basically confirms like all this crap that's been rumors about Lucasfilm. On the tweet, he says, "Dear at Mr. Peyton Reed, I am so grateful to have been given the unexpected opportunity to revisit my character when he was still a symbol of hope and optimism. Your assured direction and kindness was a crucial element in the experience and means more to me than I can say." Whew. That's that means that all those rumors are true, that he was really not happy with The Last Jedi.
I believe it, dude.
And all this stuff, like he's basically confirmed it.
Yeah, I believe it. I don't blame him. I mean, how could you be happy about a character that, like, he's exactly what you're saying, symbol of hope, and
Symbol of hope.
like he's this supposed to be this incredible light that's supposed to be brought in. That's the whole point of the character of Luke. Like, just in general, just his storyline is supposed to be this very it's what's the reason why the whole movie's called A New Hope, the very first one when they brought that in, right? So to make him a Debbie Downer in The Last Jedi, I could totally see why he would be like, nah, Chief, this isn't the one. So yeah, like, I love that. I think what he's saying, like, basically the Luke that you got in The Mandalorian is the way he wants Luke to be treated.
Yeah.
And that's why he's saying the experience is so great.
Yep.
I mean, it's just that straightforward.
Yeah. And there's a great video. I totally forgot the name of the channel. I watched it and I was gonna send it to you because I thought it was very well documented. And it was everything since like the acquisition all the way up to Rise of Skywalker, and how basically for Rise of Skywalker they had to scramble because they knew they messed up, and they tried to somehow fix it, and
that's why they brought JJ in, got rid of the last person,
so the thing is that that was the problem, right? Because the problem was that I mean, based on this video, right, Rian Johnson was to write both movies, Last Jedi and whatever the third movie was.
That's not true.
Trevorrow
literally had that script written.
Well, here's the thing, right? He was supposed to. Here's when that thing, the conflict starts, because he was doing it, and Trevorrow didn't know about it. Like, it was a Kathleen Kennedy thing. It's like, go write the movie, and then Trevorrow comes in, and then there was like something happened, right, between them that was so bad that both got fired.
crazy. I mean, I'm
And
not
that
saying you're wrong.
because we know that supposed like Ryan Johnson trilogy was announced after Last Jedi came out, and that they never talked about it again.
Yeah.
And then after that, Trevorrow says that he's leaving. Um, and and that they bring JJ back to like do something and fix it.
I mean, but I always
It's
thought
nuts, bro.
this is just my like thoughts. I always figured that the reason they got rid of Trevorrow is based on the very limited amount of stuff that Trevorrow has said, things that have. I mean, we have literally concept art and everything that's come out with
Yeah,
explanations of what the
which
movie
is
is going to
excellent.
be.
Yeah,
Like I look at the Trevorrow expected storyline, and to me, it was very much connected to The Last Jedi. Like it was very heavily the continuation of that movie. And when you watch
because
Rise of Skywalker, it's very much like trying to play it safe, but not actually delivering a
so
fun
apparently
that they wanted.
so apparently there was a meeting and he was given like an idea of what was going to happen in The Last Jedi, and then he went and wrote his thing.
Yeah,
But
because
then,
it's very connected.
bro, and then apparently, like allegedly, like Ryan Johnson like wrote like a separate thing, and then that's when everything fell apart. Like they had a really bad falling out, like because like Ryan Johnson was trying to like basically take over the project, kind of like he was going. It was like my understanding of it, right? Based on this video. Again, this is like based on someone that's been putting information together for a while about the whole Lucasfilm thing. Is that somehow he tried to like headbutt himself into the project, and that's what got him basically both of them fired after that. And like they had a falling
Hard for
out.
me to digest.
It's crazy, right?
It
Right.
makes no sense.
It makes no sense, right?
I mean, it makes sense, but it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
Well, it
Yeah.
makes sense because of the whole fiasco that
Yeah.
was, bring JJ in to freaking salvage the trilogy, which is ridiculous, dude. I mean, again, we go to Mando. It's like, why, why? And the dude in the video talks about how, the thing with like Kathleen Kennedy, yes, she's an executive producer in The Mandalorian because she is the head of the studio. But like based on the information that this video has, that this person put out, John Favreau was reporting directly to Iger, like he was sidestepping Kennedy, for the project. It was the video is really good. I'm gonna look up my history and I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna send it to you, Joe, because he has like evidence. It's like, oh, and in this date we saw this thing come out on like Variety, and then this date like rumors started coming out about this, and then WDW Pro, who's been accurate 90% of the time, right? He's a leaker or whatever.
No, yeah.
But he's been pretty on point.
Yeah.
Or she, we don't know. Yeah, it's nuts, bro. Star Wars. I don't know, but Mark Hamill clearly was salty about it, and he it's pretty public now. And then people started attacking him. Stop attacking The Last Jedi.
He didn't even say anything about it by name.
I know. Well, people are stupid.
He's talking about his character. Like he didn't go and write a synopsis. Come on.
No, bro.
People get crazy,
I agree with him. Like,
yeah, I think it's totally fair.
Like,
Like if anyone has a right to say something, it's not even us. It's Mark Hamill.
Again, and we've talked about Kathleen Kennedy ad nauseum, and like I'm tired of talking about it, right? But it's again, Star Wars is my most favorite thing ever. So we're gonna keep talking about it. I don't think that either Iger and George Lucas expected that they were going to use Star Wars to push an agenda, and it freaking backfired on them, and now like. And then the fans paid the consequences for it, that's the worst part, right?
It is, but the good thing is the fans are vocal. Like if you're gonna
Now they
talk
know
about any
what's up.
fan, Star Wars fans will always be vocal and they'll say, "Hey, we like this, we don't like this." So they're making it very clear, "Hey, we like Mandalorian." I haven't seen a negative thing ever about Mandalorian,
Dude,
and there
Mando's
shouldn't be.
great.
But when you
It
see,
has its problems, but
yeah,
it's great.
but when you see like the conflicts, with this sequel trilogy, that's when you know that you didn't get it right. Because it shouldn't have been hard
Come on,
have
dude.
done something with this incredible legacy that could have been.
Cobra Kai. It's the
Yeah,
standard. Cobra Kai is the standard. Like they figured
dude.
it out, bro.
Yeah.
Everyone, all these people are alive. Let's bring him in, dude. Which is,
They don't shy away from the
bro.
past. They embraced it. Yeah.
Even the friend, the body bag friend, put him in a body bag, and then they put him in a body bag at the end of that episode because that guy actually was sick. Like he was actually dying, and then he died like a few months later.
Yeah.
Like even
I'm
him.
almost done with season 3.
Oh, good, good, okay. Like even that guy, it's like, oh, the guy's dying. Bring him in. We gotta have him in at least one episode, bro. That's how you do it, right? Because this is not for you. That's the problem with the way Star Wars has been handled. They are creating stuff for themselves, like this whole thing with the books now, with the High Republic. That I guess the books are not selling, and you know, and they're
Well, yeah.
blaming Luke now. Of course they are, and because no one's interested in it, right? They're creating stuff for themselves. They're not creating stuff for the fans, which The Mandalorian is a show created for the fans. But then whatever's going on the other side, it's they're doing stuff for them. They're not doing stuff for the fans. So here's that's the worst thing about a creative, right? Like, how would you think if, like, say, man, I don't know, a professional sports team would have their in arena experience focus on them, like that, like they would use their employees to do like the half course shots. Oh yeah, the employee wins, but what about the fans? Screw you, fans. Can you imagine that? That's exactly what Lucasfilm is doing. You bring it, bro, seriously. It's like, hey, Joel, shoot the ball from half court. But what about little Billy here that wanted to do the half court? Screw you, little Billy. Joel's the guy. Yeah. That's what's happening at Lucasfilm, man. It stinks.
Commercialism dangerous. Interesting thing though about commercialism is that because of the success of The Mandalorian, seems like there's rumors are pointing that Grogu is very much going to be a part of the future of Star Wars, probably for like the next
For the foreseeable
10
future.
years, dude. Like they're planning on that 2027 movie. Supposedly Grogu is going to be in it.
I'm
like
telling you, dude, they've already changed the timeline, and you didn't even notice.
No, but here's the thing. So then I was listening to Theory's video recently, and he was talking about how like they're gonna make it like an Avengers movie, dude. Like they're gonna bring all of them together, dude. Like all these different shows, Book of Bo, all these everything. They're all gonna Ahsoka. They're all gonna come together, dude, and fight some big bad. Maybe that's a Thrawn.
I guarantee.
I don't know, man.
I guarantee that they're gonna bring back the dude that played Han, and they're gonna give him a beard, and it's Han and Chewie and the Falcon doing stuff. I don't doubt it, man. Like
possibly,
because bro, I'm telling you,
oof.
Orlando. I mean, either or, I'm good with. All right. Gaming news real quick before we go. Resident Evil 8 had a new gameplay reveal trailer today. It looks very good. Demo available if you're one of the lucky 700 people that own a PS5. You can download it and play the demo. But it looks good. They're bringing back the merchant, not the stranger from RE4. but immersion nonetheless. And they are bringing back the inventory system from RE4. So the attaché case is back. No other news on other remakes. Of course, we know that there's supposedly a Resident Evil 4 remake in the works. No news about that. Game comes out so for now on May 7th. It could get delayed, of course. That I'm saying for now. And it is cross-gen, so it is coming out for everything. It's not going to be for the 700 lucky people that were able to snatch a PS5. So, so yeah, RE8 looks pretty good. I still haven't played 7, believe it or not, Joe.
Never. Sorry, before I say that, but you keep saying the 700, dude. I feel like so fortunate right now to have this thing. Like, I feel like I found gold or like oil came up in my backyard. Like,
flip it.
This is terrible, dude.
Flip it. But yeah, it looks good. Looks spooky. Again,
this is your world, man. If you like it, and it seems like the reaction's been very positive.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked,
7 was very good. Based on what I heard, I again, like I said, I haven't played it. I may grab it because I've seen it on sale for like $10, $8. I may see if I can find a copy of it, even if it's digital. There was supposed to be a really big digital sale on PlayStation Store. So I'm gonna see if it's there. If it's there and if it's a decent price, I'll do it. I know it was on Game Pass, but I've discontinued Game Pass for now. I'm not really using it that much, and I want to see if I can convince the wife into keeping HBO Max. So we'll see how that goes.
Hey, I mean, I really Kong Godzilla
trailer on Sunday. Trailer coming on Sunday. Let's go, man. Yeah, so I'm really excited. But yeah, that's what we got, Joel.
That's what we got.
I thought it was gonna be a shorter show today, but it was a ranty one for sure.
Yeah, great conversation for sure, my friend. Folks, thank you for sticking with us. Stay connected. Go ahead and subscribe to our show. We're iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Spotify. All that good stuff, podcast version out there. Go ahead and subscribe. Also subscribe to our video version on our YouTube channel, No Load Time. Make sure that you follow us on social media at No Load Time, at No Load Time on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. Also, make sure that you send an email to us if you have any questions, comments. We'd love to hear from you. Send us your feedback. Send an email to noloadtime@gmail.com. That's noloadtime@gmail.com. Hopefully some really cool stuff happens. Hopefully Obed will get you a PS5 soon enough. I'll keep saying it until it happens. Who knows when it will happen. I thought today would have been the day. I was real optimistic, but yeah, man, we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully next week we'll get another 700. Who knows? Thank you, guys. Stay safe. We'll see you again next time.
See ya.